Alright, so today we've got solving multi-step equations. Yes, multi-step, more than 2 steps. But don't freak out, because if you know how to do 2 steps, you know how to do multi-steps, because we spent so much time combining like terms. So here's the deal. Combining like terms, the variable occurs in 2 or more terms. You know this. So when it's in an equation, you must simplify by grouping those like terms. And then guess what? Once you do that, bam, it's a 2-step equation. So let's look at these examples. You've got this. This is child's play. So if I look at 3a, what does that look like? Oh yeah, that looks like that. Positive 2a. So if you combine the two, that's going to be 5a. Rewrite the equation. Plus 18 is equal to 38. Bam! It's a 2-step equation. You can do this from here. Get rid of whatever's being added or subtracted first. Get rid of that plus 18. Do that by subtracting 18. Whatever you do to one side, do to the other. It's going to leave you with 5a is equal to 38 minus 18 is 20. And now it's a 1-step equation. A times 5 equals 20. I know you can do that in your head, but go through the motions, show all your work. A is being multiplied by 5. The inverse of multiplying by 5 is dividing by 5. Whatever you do to one side, do to the other. And then 5 divided by 5 gives you 1a, and that a is 4. That's it. Combine the like terms, and boom, it's a 2-step equation. You can solve it from there. So, try number 2. Yep, it's a negative 3w. Add it to a positive 8w. Combine those. 5w. Rewrite. Minus 7 is equal to 18. And you've got your 2-step equation. Get rid of whatever's being added or subtracted first. So the inverse of subtracting 7 is adding 7. Negative 7 plus 7 leaves you nothing but 5w is equal to 18 plus 7, which is 25. I know you can do that in your head, but go through the motions. W is being multiplied by 5. What is the inverse of multiplying? That is dividing. Whatever you do to one side, do to the other. 5 divided by 5 gives you 1w. That's what we want to solve for. 25 divided by 5 is 5. That is it for combining like terms. You've got that all day long. Some of your multi-step equations might have the distributive property in it. And this may be my mistake here for showing you this, but I want to show you 2 methods at once, alright? The first one, just do the distributive property, alright? Simplify, you know this. So you do the distributive property and then you could simplify. Or, I want to show this to you just so you know what's out there. Divide both sides of the equal sign by the outside number. I'm going to show you how that works today. So, for example, let's do method 1. Let me just split it down the middle here. I'll put method 1 here, just so you know what we're doing. And I'll put method 2 here, again, just so you know what we're doing. So one way you can do this is just use the distributive property. Alright, take that outside number and multiply by everything inside the parentheses. So 2 times 3, sorry, my clock's going. Alright, sorry. 2 times 3x is going to give you 6x. 2 times 4 is going to give you a positive 8, and that equals 20. So you can simplify, use the distributive property, and you've got a 2-step equation. So get rid of whatever's being added first. Subtract by 8 on both sides. Going to give you 6x is equal to 12. And then it's a 1-step. X is being multiplied by 6. So do the inverse, divide by 6, and then x is 2. Alright? If you feel comfortable with that method, do that. It'll work. Alright? The second method, some people might like this. It is a personal preference. Alright? Take that outside number. That outside number is that negative 4, and I want you to divide both sides by it. So we're going to take the whole thing, divide by negative 4. Whatever you do to one side, do to the other side. Now here's the deal. You're only dividing that. Negative 4 divided by negative 4 is 1, and it leaves you with 2y minus 5 is equal to negative 28 divided by negative 4, 7. And then it's a two-step equation. Solve. Get rid of that subtraction first by adding. Whatever you do to one side, do to the other. Negative 5 plus 5 gives you 2y. 7 plus 5 is 12. I know you can see it, but go through the motions. Y multiplied by 2. The inverse operation is 2. I have no idea why I put a negative sign there. Divide by 2. Divide by 2 on both sides. And y is 6. Either method is going to work. It's just a personal preference. What do you feel more comfortable with? What would you like to use? All right, we are going to be exploring this more tomorrow. I will see you then.